everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ask an Author. Today, it's very exciting because I have one of my very special BFF author buddies that I get to talk to today. Welcome, Belinda Meredith.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome. I'm so excited that we get to catch up and we get to chat books because that's one of the things that we love to do.
Absolutely, yeah. I love to chat books, and we love to chat about, coffee.
Yes, over coffee. Yeah, of course.
Books, all those wonderful
Always. So
things.
Could you tell the kids a little bit about how you got started writing your first book?
Wow. Well, it was a real journey. I've got a couple of beautiful young sons, and for a long time, they kept me really busy. But as they grew, they would do the most just hilarious things. And I remember thinking to myself, this needs to be written in a book. And I'd always wanted to write a book. It was always something that I had the words in me, I had the stories, but had never really either been given the time or considered it. So I started writing a book, and whilst anyone who's read my book will tell you that it is not a real life account of my children's lives, certainly because the boy, has a time traveling rocket and goes back and visits prehistoric dinosaurs and things like that.
Which is awesome.
Certainly anyone who does know my boys can see kind of the lovable, cheeky banter that's within. So, yeah, I suppose I can honestly, I can credit my beautiful boys for the stories and why I write them.
That's so cool. So we've got some questions here from kids about what it's like to be an author. I've got my very special book here that I write down all of the questions in, and they've sent in some questions for you. So let me find your questions. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. Now, they'll be kind. It's okay. So Hemi asks, when you were a kid, did you read very much?
Oh, I read all the time.
Oh, me too.
Before I went to school, I was so excited to go because all I wanted to learn was how to read and write. And when I finally got there, and I digress somewhat, but on my first day, I came home from school and my mother asked me, "Did you have a good day?" And I said, no, I didn't. And she said, "Why is that?" And I said, "Well, you told me they were going to teach me how to read." And so my mother obviously told me to be patient and to go back. And obviously I did. And yes, I learned how to read really quickly. And I would read anything and everything. And to this day, love to read books. All books, any books. Books are great.
Yeah, I agree. Hugo wants to know, do you have a favourite book?
Oh, what a tough question, because
right?
I don't think I could pin it down to one favourite. But if I were forced to make maybe a top three, probably The Witches by Roald Dahl, Matilda, Roald Dahl, and if I can lump them together, possibly the Faraway Tree series by Enid Blyton.
Yes. He is on my shelf still to this day. Love. Yes.
I mean, there's some other and modern day stories. Obviously, Harry Potter, brilliant series. I love that. I've read it several times.
Friend.
Yeah. And the list could go on and on. As for an actual favourite, I don't think I could pinpoint one.
Me neither. I don't think I
It's like being asked who your favourite child is.
I know, and you're not allowed to tell.
No, you're not allowed. Yeah, exactly. We're not allowed to answer that, kids.
No. So as authors, I think we should just say, I can't answer that question because all the other books would get jealous.
Correct, absolutely, and I can't have that.
No, not at all, because that's our profession. We can't make them all jealous.
Can't play favourites.
Now, you've already answered this a little bit, but Grace wants to know where you get your ideas from.
Well, Yeah, real life. So my son's obviously is one, but just life in general. I think almost every day is an opportunity for a story. So just, funny things. I carry around, I have a big pink book that I carry around, and I just write either random words, tidbits of conversation. Funny thing, I seem to have an obsession with cats. And the reason for that is I have had my entire life, we've always owned a cat, but they've always been awful cats. They've had personality disorders, they've been attack cats, all these different things. And so one quick story, if I may, was that I had moved out of my apartment with my husband, and we were in between houses, so we had to go and live with my parents for a little bit. And childhood cat was still there and still alive, and this cat liked to attack people in the night when you weren't suspecting it at all. And it was a black cat, so you couldn't see it. So my poor husband, he'd get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and this cat would be perched up on top of a cupboard. You couldn't see it, and it would launch itself down and on top of him, and he's half asleep walking to the bathroom with a cat that's launched itself on its head. And really, honestly, it was quite funny if you weren't the person being jumped on, that is. And so that story has made it into a book.
Oh, that's amazing. So Maddie wants to know, are you scared of anything?
Yeah, absolutely. People like to laugh at me for this, but I am absolutely petrified of birds.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Birds.
What is it about birds?
In my defense, a magpie swooped me as a child, and now all birds. It doesn't matter what type of bird it is. If I see a bird, I just freak out.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, don't take me to a park.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, we won't be going to Currumbin Bird Sanctuary.
No, please not. That is like my worst nightmare.
Okay, I will remember that. Oh my goodness. Josh wants to know, do you have a favourite sport?
Oh, I think I do like lots of sport, but probably basketball, I think, is a really cool game. Yeah. Like basketball, like watching the NBA. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a fast-moving game. It's lots of fun.
Max wants to know, can you sing?
Well, I think that depends on who you ask. But I think, yes, I think I can sing. And if I can't sing, then I feel sorry for all the people, because I'm a tragic, I sing all the time, in the car, in the shower, while I'm making dinner. So, yeah, if I can't sing, then I feel very, very sorry for my family.
You're going to sing anyway?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay, cool. Lucy wants to know, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be an author and a ballerina.
What a great combination.
Yeah. Yep. So dance, dance during the day, write during the night, or vice versa. But yeah, part-time ballerina, part-time author.
Oh, and that would have been awesome. Why did you stop dancing?
Well, sadly, I got injured. And so that's why I stopped dancing. Yeah, which was pretty sad because I loved it. But sometimes these things happen.
Yes. So what do you think is the most important thing about what you do now as an author?
I think bringing joy into people's lives is a really important thing. Life is busy. There's lots of pressures. There's lots of expectation. We've got school, we've got, sport, obligations with your parents. There's so much happening. And I think we all need just joy and laughter and happiness in our lives. And I like to think that books help to do that.
Yes. And especially your book. You can't read your book without having a little giggle, which I love.
Yeah, there are a lot of good laugh out loud moments, I think,
Yeah.
in the book.
And it's nice if you're having a bad day, you can just pick up a book and escape into another world, can't you?
Absolutely. That's what I love as well, the escapism, going somewhere else.
Yes. So Phoebe sent in a question. There's a lot of stuff going on, I guess, in the world at the moment, which is a bit scary, and kids feeling like that everything's a little bit out of control. Do you think that books can change the world?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, a book can change a world. As I said, talk about, joy. And I think one of the things that, can change the world or that we need more of is love and laughter and joy. So absolutely. If you're feeling a little stressed or worried or unhappy or uncertain, escaping with a good book, I think can help do just that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's awesome advice. And speaking of advice, what is your advice for kids who want to be authors?
Write all the time, write anything, write everything. And never, ever, ever give up on your dreams. If it's your dream and if it's what in your heart, it's what you want and it's who you are, then do that. Don't ever let anybody steal your joy, your passion, because I think that, as I said, talking about joy in life, we all need more reasons to be happy. And how amazing would it be, to do a job that you truly, truly love, that fills your heart every day. And I think that is an amazing and incredibly noble thing to do.
That's amazing. Belinda, you are such an inspiration to so many kids out there, and your books do bring joy. And just talking to you and seeing how much you love books and you love writing, I'm sure that you have inspired so many kids today to buy that first notebook and start spying on people and writing down little bits and pieces that they hear. So thank you so much for joining us today. And if kids have got some other questions after they've listened to you today, I'll get them to pop it in the comments. So if you've got some more questions that you'd like to ask Belinda, just write it in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button so that we know that there's a question there that Belinda needs to answer. And maybe we might catch up again, Belinda, and have another chat and answer some more questions for kids. Would that be okay?
Sounds great. I'd love to.
Awesome. And so make sure that you subscribe so that you get notifications when the next video comes up. And can everybody give a huge round of applause and thank Belinda Meredith so much for appearing on the episode today. Yay! Thanks, Belinda, and we'll see you next time on another episode of Ask an Author.
Thank you.
Bye.